Hi, I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. So today I actually wanted to do a double react. Ooh, spicy. I wanted to talk about her drive and dine that she did this past weekend, and I also wanted to react to her Thai food and Thai and Vietnamese food mukbang. I wanted to do them both in one because I wanted to get the video out, recent content, but also more importantly, there's a theme here that I see that I kind of really wanted to address. First and foremost, both of these videos are incredibly sad. I feel sad watching them. I feel sad for her, which is something that I don't generally say because I think Chantal kind of gets everything that's coming to her. She is, I don't know, she's not a very kind person, so it's hard for me to feel bad for her. It's hard for me to feel sympathy for her. Sorry, camera was a little crooked, fixed it. If the angle annoys you, I apologize. And I kind of wanted to go over what I observed in this video as well and give my theme overarchingly from what I saw from both of those videos.
Here we go. We have food. All right, so I'm on a diet, so I decided to eat Thai food. So it's like a Thai Vietnam fusion, I guess. So what I have, let me set up for a thumbnail here, is a whole bunch of food.
First and foremost, you just said you're on a diet. Why are you ordering food from outside when you're on a diet? I know you're capable of cooking, Chantal. What the hell? That's enough food for 4 people. I don't like to exaggerate when I talk about like how much food that they're eating, but that genuinely looks like it would feed like 3 to 4 people. That is so much food.
I don't even know. I don't even remember what I ordered. Okay, this is mango salad, which, yum. Has a spicy Thai sauce, mangoes, peppers,
Side note, this is petty. That mango salad is wrong. It's the mango salad that I think they will probably have at a Thai restaurant especially is called som tam. It's made with very thinly shredded raw mango or raw papaya. It's got little dried shrimp in it and peanuts and Thai chilies. It's amazing. That salad is limp, which means the mangoes are unfortunately probably ripe. That is going to be sweet. It's not going to be like tangy the way that som tam should be. If anyone's asking, yes, I do have experience. I have lived in the country. I do kind of know what I'm talking about here.
This is tom yum soup. It's like a broth. I don't know what's in it. This is my first time having it. Ooh, that's spicy. There's mushrooms, tofu, and like a spicy broth. Oh. There's lemongrass. Oh man, that's so good.
Please just eat with a normal spoon. I will send you one. I'm sure she likes the soup. 9 times out of 10, especially in North American Thai restaurants that I have seen, they will put a crap ton of sugar into a tom yum soup because that will like alleviate some of that spice. When I used to have tom yum in Thailand, it had very little sugar, just enough to cut the spice, but you could not even taste it in the soup.
This is their basil noodles with shrimp. Looks like pesto.
So you got a 2-share portion of basil noodles, and then also on top of that, a yellow curry with white rice. We all know Pete isn't going to be eating them. So you're going to put all this food into the fridge. You've said before that you have issues with like keeping the food for later. So we know it's going to get eaten. Why? Why do you self-sabotage like this? You don't have to be doing this.
So this is, that smells so good. Oh my God. This is a yellow curry. It's a Vietnamese style curry with vegetables, potato, and chicken. And I think coconut milk, but I'm gonna give it a try. We have some jasmine rice. So I'm just gonna try some of this. I love curry, so like love, 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 love. It's a huge piece of chicken. Yeah. You guys like curry? Yay or nay? I like red curry, green curry. Oh, yum. Mmm. I love it. Beauty bite. Yummy. Oh my god. It's so good. Potato. I love potato and curry.
Of course she would love potatoes in a curry. It's carb on carb. What's there not to like?
I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah, she normally is when she's eating.
Today's one of those days where I look like shit. And I watch horror movies all day.
How is this different from normal for her? Because she doesn't seem to be wearing makeup 9 times out of 10 anymore. I mean, I think in the last 4 videos, I haven't seen her put on makeup once. She just seems to be getting lazier and lazier and putting in less and less effort every time I see her.
I'm going to Home Sense, which is like Home Goods, to get some things for the home. So I'll probably have a home goods haul of some kind.
Good. So she's gonna go shopping and buy more junk. I don't get what is it with her and Amberlynn and just buying junk and wasting money. Why? Why not just not do that and save it?
I'm not very good at decorating. Like, my jaw clicks more when I eat things like this. I love the peanut sauce.
I mean, that sauce is like 90% peanut butter, so you know, it's delicious.
And I'm really not good at decorating, as you can tell. I wish I was good at it.
Guys, I know I say I cut out all the boring parts, but I'm leaving some of it in on purpose so you can understand what I've had to live through. This is the most boring mukbang Chantal has ever done. Like, ever. I'm beginning to miss her made-up story times, honestly.
Coziness. Look at this chicken. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god.
That look that she had right there, that was not the look of someone who was really enjoying their food. That was the look of someone who's just managed to scratch an itch that they've had. That's concerning.
And the series I started doing on my channel, like around the world and time warp, I'm still gonna do more of those periodically.
So her around the world and different era mukbangs, the time warp mukbangs, those she's only going to be doing periodically. Why? Why not just only do those mukbangs and then do like other content? You've talked about doing other content. Why not actually do other content? Hell, put vlogs in there. People would watch that. You might not get as much money, but I kind of feel like you should be prioritizing your health here. Isn't that the entire point of saying you're going on a diet, so you prioritize your health? Plus, you can do the around the world and different era mukbangs so much more healthfully. You can make a healthier dishes. Hell, you can even do like a modified version of a dish. If I can be like, oh, you know, this is the original authentic recipe, but I'm gonna make my own twist on it and make it a little bit more everyday friendly, make it a little bit more healthier. Why not do that? I'm sure people would love it. And once more, Chantel can cook. I've seen some of her food. I would eat some.
Yeah, sometimes I'm in these like super hyper moods and, you know, my silly self, but then I have days like today where I'm just like, you know, more low-key, I guess you could say.
You might think that you're being silly, but you don't look it. When I see Chantel's channel, when she goes back and forth between being happy and hyper and, you know, just doing the most, and then she has these days where she's very, very low energy, it seems to me like she's going through a manic episode and then a depressive episode. I would like to make it abundantly clear, I am not diagnosing her. I am not qualified to do that. Even if I was a professional, I am not her doctor. I cannot make that diagnosis. But to have that big of a range of mood for her in such a short period of time, if there hasn't been any immediate bad news following an episode like that, she should definitely talk to a doctor. And she's talked about having issues with her mental health before, so it wouldn't even be that far out of the realm.
That spicy soup was very, very, very spicy.
Wow, such a foodie. It's very, very, very spicy. My God. I didn't know that you could describe food in so much detail.
Are any of you YouTube creators and are doing Vlogtober this year? It's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. It's going to be fun.
I don't believe you.
It's like 11 in the morning right now, so it's like lunch hour. So
this is in the middle of the day? God, that's sad.
I have so many leftovers. There's no way Peach would eat any of this.
Called it.
And everything else, well, these noodles are different, but they're very good. Like, I was looking at them, like, did they just mix like pesto from a bottle? But it actually tastes like a fresh basil taste mixed with like, I don't know if there was like egg in there. I don't know. Whatever it was really tasty, as you can see. I'm probably going to crave that once in a while.
I don't think she understands what the word crave means. I think she mistakes anything that she kind of likes and wants to eat again as a craving. That's not what that word means, ma'am. There is a definition for the word crave.
It's because I haven't slept well. I was trying to get back on, I try to get on like a day sleep schedule, and I'm successful, and I start feeling great because I'm sleeping like, you know, in tune with the circadian rhythm or whatever, and I'm up with the sun and I'm getting enough sleep, and then it slowly slides back to a night schedule because I love nights too, you know. So
if you want to fix your schedule, I recommend what I do and what a lot of other people do, which is make a plan that can only be done during the day. Plan out activities, plan out things that you want to accomplish, but that can only be done and can't be changed without significant cost to you. I personally book virtual classes, things I want to learn, because if I don't have anything forcing me to be accountable, I just won't be accountable. I know myself well enough to know that I can fall into that kind of funk. So I take active measures against it. That's all you have to do. I mean, you know yourself. You can figure out how to do this. And if you don't think you can, once more, Therapist, great for stuff like that. They will give you strategies to help you with shit like that. One of the best things that I got out of going to therapy was getting this pamphlet that talked about sleep hygiene. And they basically explained to me all the things I shouldn't be doing right before trying to go to bed. So worth it. Worth every penny.
Sorry if it was a little boring today. At least I can just like get some good food and just eat for you guys. For those who like the food part, you know.
Okay, so that was my react for this. I'm gonna do the react for the second one, the driving and dining that she did this past weekend that I filmed earlier. So different look, different me. And then I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Today I want to talk about Foodie Beauty's live dine and drive part deux. I cannot French, okay? Part two. I'm just gonna say part two. I think part one had technical issues, and so she like logged out and tried again. I haven't seen part one anywhere, so if someone has it and wants me to react to it, send it to me. More than happy to do it. I had thoughts. I will not be reacting to the whole thing. If you guys don't know, I only show the clips that I am interested in. Everything else I cut out. And this thing was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, so there was a lot to cut out.
I don't think they're gonna have the same. I gotta find out. They were sold out on Uber Eats, so I highly doubt that they're even. That's why there's a lineup. People want to try the new chicken sandwich just like I do.
No, girl, not like you do. Most of them aren't food addicts, and they aren't 400 plus pounds. Okay, most people are they're just curious. That's just how it is, you know. People can be curious about a new food item. They don't have to be trolling for it the way that you do.
I don't really want to wait like an hour. I'm starving. You know what? Screw this shit. I'm getting out of here.
She can't wait for it. She can't even follow through on this. Girl, I can't say anything other than the fact that that's just sad. That's like sad and a little bit pathetic, quite frankly. You sound like you're jonesing for it. You sound a little bit like an addict who's jonesing for their next hit.
Guys like that, I get super crabby when like people get the same thing that I'm want to get, even though I'm like just like them, like duh.
That's called food aggression.
I want a Burger King chicken sandwich, and I like their fries. I don't care what Pete says.
I find it really funny whenever she makes comments like this about Pete's eating habits. People have discerning taste buds, you know? Not everybody likes to eat everything. Just because you will eat anything that's from a fast food store doesn't mean that everybody else will. People have preferences. People have tastes that they like to cater to. I will personally eat a pizza any day of the week. I would prefer a bad pizza over an even mediocre burger. That's just how some people are. You don't have to eat everything. That doesn't make you a foodie. That makes you like a garbage dispenser. You just like eating everything that's loaded with salt, fats, and sugars, right? That's because it satisfies your addiction. You're not a foodie. You're not catering to what you actually like. You're satisfying your addiction. I've said it multiple times, but this is why you should not be doing this, because you have problems with this. You said it yourself as much so many times on your channel. I don't understand why you don't see this as harmful for you.
I like eat healthy for a while, and then like I'm just like, I need junk.
That's because you have an addiction. I think that's called withdrawal.
I can't eat it to the caliber I was eating it. Like some days I would just like eat only fast food. Like I would order like my meal, like the Popeyes meal for my mukbang, and then I wouldn't eat anything else. So obviously I'm going to feel like crap. I'm not getting any vitamins or anything. So
she sounds so sad when she says that. It's like she's so upset that her body is no longer cooperating with her. And I don't know if she understands that this sort of thing is just going to get worse and worse and worse as she ages. Your body's going to cooperate with you less and less and less. You've been putting it through hell. If you can't take care of your body's not going to take care of you. You can't treat your body like garbage and then expect that it's just going to keep carrying on as you get older. And it's not the lack of vitamins in the food that's making you feel awful. It's the presence of garbage. It's the presence of all of the things that you shouldn't be eating, especially because you lack a gallbladder.
I have to try to like find a balance where I eat like kind of 80-20 or like You know what I'm saying? Like what I've always wanted to do, but it's hard. Just like eat healthy around eat a mixture of both, basically. But
Girl, you have never once been able to do that. When have you ever been able to do that? When have you ever been able to eat a little bit of it and then just say, oh, I'm good now? You know, you always have a downward spiral. You always start with, I will only have it once a month. I will only have it once a week. I will have it every other day, to all of a sudden you're eating every single meal from a fast food place. You said this. We've seen this on camera. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different consequences every time. I don't understand why you think it would work for the 107th time.
I brought toilet paper with me just in case. You never know when it's going to strike, okay? For those who have some kind of irritable bowel problem, you understand.
Ma'am, you don't have IBS. You lack a gallbladder. That's why your stomach is upset. Improve your diet and your symptoms will go away. I am nearly 100% certain of this.
Hi. Do you still have the Cajun crispy chicken sandwich?
Yeah, we have it.
Okay, can I get that combo, please?
Cajun crispy chicken combo. What's a drink?
And can I get onion rings instead of fries?
Yeah. What's a drink?
Can I get Diet Coke with extra ice?
Diet Coke with extra ice. Yeah, I'll give it.
And an extra 2 zesty sauce?
2 zesty sauce.
And lastly, some mozzarella sticks?
A mozzarella sticks?
Yeah, with marinara, please.
Yeah, with marinara sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, please try this.
Thank you. So, maybe next week. One time soon, anyways, when he's off, BB is going to... I've been craving this African dish he makes. It's like cassava. It's so good. It has like the green cassava leaves, which is kind of like, it's more bitter than spinach, but it's like delicious. You put like smoked meat, smoked turkey leg, ground peanut, red oil, onions, garlic. Oh, it's so good. And like beef, and the meat becomes so tender and just like, oh, I've been craving it. And I don't make that dish as well. I could try, but what's the point? I mean, making a big thing and then Pete's won't eat that. And I know BB likes it. And we're still good friends, so I figure could go over. Said he would make it, so.
Cut him loose! Free BB!
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, bone density scan on Tuesday, which is, I don't even know what the hell that is, but whenever you like enter menopause at a young age, they want to keep track of, because if you're not producing estrogen, then that can be like detrimental to your bone density and to your heart. So that's why I'm on like supplemental, like I'm on a low dose of estrogen, like a patch.
That is such a scary thought. I had a relative who had osteoporosis, and this lady was like 4'11" and weighed, I want to say maybe 80 pounds, right? She was frail to the max, and she broke her hip turning over in bed. Given the fact that Chantal is at more risk for getting osteoporosis, she should be terrified because she could break bones just lying in bed under the weight of her own bulk. That is an awful existence. By the way, if any of my audience are postmenopausal, I highly recommend talking to your doctor about getting birth control. It will artificially regulate your hormone levels, and it can make sure that you are at less risk for getting osteoporosis. Once more, I am not a doctor, so please talk to your doctor about this. Do not take the advice of anybody on the internet ad hoc. Always consult physicians who are familiar with your case, okay?
Super. I think I've come to the realization that Pete and I are just going to be like roommates for life.
Dude, that's sad. I really don't think that's what she wants. I think that's just kind of what she's resigned herself to. That's really depressing, dude. She does think she's scared to put herself out there. She's scared because of the way that she looks. She's ashamed and uncomfortable, and she doesn't want to be rejected.
I really, like, at this point have no desire to be in a relationship ever again, like an actual relationship. I think I'm in a relationship with Pete, but it's like a platonic life partner situation. Like, there's no sexual feelings there, but I think I would like to have some like lovers.
I feel bad for both of them, you know, I genuinely do. I feel bad for Pete's carrying a torch for her, and I feel bad for Chantel that she's so uncomfortable that she doesn't feel like she can ever find love again. And honestly, I'm a little bit worried. What if that changes for Pete? What if Pete does move on and finds a girlfriend? What's going to happen to Chantel then?
Look, hard as a rock. They're not fresh.
What does fresh mean to you, Chantel? You do realize that most of those onion rings that you eat ever from a fast food place are probably batch fried like a month or something ago, and they've just been reheated in some oil. You know this, right? Do you just mean hot? Because that can be a thing, but fresh from a fast food place, I think you're expecting just a bit too much, girl. Also, you drove for like 15 minutes before you dug into those, so it's entirely possible that they had actually been hot and they just cooled down in the car. And from my understanding, it's cold in Canada right now, so that would make perfect sense to me. Don't throw food outside of your car. Don't do it. Don't feed animals that garbage. It's bad for them. It's bad for you too, but you at least have a choice. Don't do this to them.
Today's a treat day. What if I like eat healthy for 2 days in a row, then eat like crap, and then eat healthy for 2 days, eat like crap? Like, what if I start off by eating like crap 3 days a week and eating healthy for 4? I wonder how that would work out.
Very, very badly. This will end very, very badly. She currently has zero control over her addiction, and I don't think she's going to be able to do that on her own. I think she's going to have to consult with a psychiatrist or a therapist and get her addiction under control before she can ever just treat fast food like fast food. She's currently completely incapable of that. She'll just spiral all the way down again like she's done every other time.
It's Sagittarius, shorty. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this photographer guy, he's cute. I've known him for a while, and I was gonna get this was before I started YouTube. I knew him, but he started being flirty, and because I was with BB, I just stopped talking to him. He was really flirty. He wanted to meet up. He's like, I can be discreet, and I was like, no. He wasn't no, definitely not. So I don't know if he's single now. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I don't know. Maybe he would do photo shoot for me, just some photos for my Instagram. You know what I mean? Because I'm not good at doing pictures, and I with all the new clothes I'm getting, I want to do a fall kind of look for my Instagram.
Okay, 2 things in regards to the photographer. First, I think that's an amazing idea. You should absolutely go do that. And if he's down for something a little more personal, girl, why not? I mean, if you like him and he likes you, I don't see the harm in it. Second, I don't think internet people are real to Chantel. I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. She's very hesitant for people to see her in real life. She doesn't like going places. She doesn't like going to grocery stores. She doesn't really hang out with friends very much. But she's willing to share all of these incredibly weird, gross details of her lives and also be weird and gross on camera for thousands of people to see on the internet. And I think that's because in her head, if she can't see them, they're not real. You know? It's really easy to distance yourself from these people because you don't see them in real life. And so she feels perfectly comfortable airing out all of her gross, dirty secrets. And I'm almost certain the majority of her audience is actually American. They're not Canadian. I want to see what would happen if a fan ever came up and approached Chantel in real life. I want to see how that interaction would go. And I want to see if she would be just as comfortable with them in real life as she seems to be online. This also makes me think that her bark is a lot worse than her bite, because I guarantee you that if she ever met one of the people from the Hater Nation IRL, she would she wouldn't say shit. I don't think she has the balls to say shit. I think she would just be awkward and quiet. The only reason she pops off so much on the internet is because to her, they're not real people.
I'm such a lady. It's 2020. Who the fuck is a lady anymore anyway? You know? That's so dated.
Being a lady in 2020 is not about crossing your legs at your ankle. Being a lady in 2020 means understanding just general social norms and decorums and following them. Like not farting, like not burping. And I don't think that's about being just a lady. I think those are also the tenets of being a gentleman. Don't do that, regardless of what gender you are. It's gross. I think it also means using your voice and your platform in a productive and progressive manner. I don't think Chantel does either one of those things. I think that the only rights that she cares about are the rights of Chantel, and that is it. You know, that's it. That's all she cares about. I've always felt this way, but I'll say it again. I don't think good manners ever go out of style, and I don't think standing up for the right thing ever goes out of style.
I'm a speed pooper.
Ma'am, you have admitted to drip drying, so when she says that she's a speedy pooper, I am genuinely too scared to ask if that means that a lack of hygiene isn't also involved in that activity. I'm just gonna leave that out there because if I had to think it and suffer through that, then so should you. Also, you don't have a gallbladder. You probably have loose motions. It's easier to poop faster if you have loose motions.
I'm kind of craving a dilly bar. My mom was allowed those on Weight Watchers, just so you know.
She does this a lot. She likes pointing to the habits of other non-obese people and say that, well, they do this thing too, you know, or she does like the exact opposite of it where she points to something that like a healthier or a non-obese person will do. And she goes, oh, well, look at this. They're doing this thing. That's so much worse than the thing I'm doing. The proof is in the pudding, ma'am. They're not 400 pounds. You are. So ultimately, whatever you're doing is a lot worse than whatever they're doing, right? I mean, exceptions, of course, but when it comes to eating habits, yeah, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter what you say. All that matters is that you are actively getting worse in your health and you're actively gaining weight, and they don't seem to be. Additionally, your health and their health are two very different things. You are on a very extreme end of the spectrum. You have multiple health complications, and you are nearly 400 pounds. What you need to do to get better is not going to be the same as what they need to do just to live and exist. You need to do a lot better and you need to work a lot harder to get to where they are, and then maybe you can continue to coast. Until then, I don't know what to tell you. You guys are on two completely different paths, okay? The extreme nature of your health means that you need something extreme to address it.
Option to camp out. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be winter, but I've got padding. Lots and lots of padding. Ooh, ooh, padding.
I don't know if that thing about fat people like having a lot more insulation and not keeping them warm is necessarily true, because I've been a lot heavier and I can tell you for a fact that I'm nearly always cold. Like, outside of one health complication, I have always been cold. Always. I don't know what it is.
There's still a line at Popeyes and they're like closed. Are they? What the actual... They're not even advertising the chicken sandwich because it's going to be sold out forever. I'm never going to get to try it.
I know she's playing it like a joke, but I genuinely think she's like low-key still mad about this, and she's like holding a grudge in her heart about it.
How dare they? Oh God, there's a big line here too. I guess I'm just going to have to wait in this huge friggin' lineup, I guess. I mean, it's Friday night. What else do we have to do, right?
That is maybe the saddest thing I've ever heard Chantel say, because there's like a grain of truth in it, right? She doesn't have anything to do on this night. She doesn't have friends that she could be spending time with. She doesn't have a boyfriend or a lover that she could be spending her time with. There aren't any crafts that she likes doing or can do. There aren't any hobbies that she likes to engage in other than eating. This is literally the only thing she can do. Get in a car, drive for 2.5 hours, and eat at multiple fast food locations and stream everything online for a bunch of feeders to consume. That's it. That's all she has to offer. And that's all she has to entertain her life with. And that is the most depressing thing about her life that I can think of. Just go home, Chantel. Just go home and finish your packing. You don't have to be standing in line at like, what, 10:30 at night? Just go home. It's as simple as that. You can just go home.
Everybody go right to a Love Island show. What channel is it on? Tell them you want a BBW season. Okay. And you want me to be in it.
Once more, I would pay to see Chantel on Love Island, okay? Because people have this idea that she's this like ultra confident, ultra sexual, like fat lady, and that, you know, who cares what her weight is because she's just got this on lock. In reality, Chantel is always uncomfortable. In reality, she's always shy. In reality, she doesn't want to be seen by anybody. So if you put her on Love Island, she's going to behave the same way that she's behaving right now, which is she's going to stay at home and look for ways to eat terrible things.
Hi, can I help you?
Hi, what kind of pies do you have?
What?
What kind of pies?
What kind of pies? I don't have any pies made right now.
Oh, do you have any pastries?
We don't carry pastries anymore. It's been discontinued. We have muffins.
Oh, okay. Do you have any donuts?
I have Boston. I have maple. Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll get a maple and I'll get a large iced coffee with extra ice, please.
What kind of iced coffee? What flavor?
Caramel
Okay.
and extra ice.
Okay.
And that'll be all.
Second window.
Thank you.
Well, those are all the clips that I care to react to. There's a bunch of more nonsense in there. There's a lot of time where she's just talking back and forth with other people. Karate Joe is a whole like person. I swear, I don't like him. The way he interacts with Chantel, honestly, is the thing that gives me the biggest pause. But I'm gonna leave that for a completely separate time. So what I have learned from watching these two is that I think that Chantel is having like some sort of personal crisis right now. She seems very sad, like so sad. I have not seen her be this sad in quite a while. I don't know, maybe she found out that BB had a girlfriend, or that Pete's had a girlfriend, or that I genuinely don't know. I don't know what it could be. I don't know well enough to really know, but she seems really, really upset, like oddly upset. And it shows. She had that entire like night where she's just cruising for 2.5 hours on live, going from one place to another, eating terrible food and pooping. That's not the habit of a mentally healthy lady. And then she had the pizza one that she did, and she seemed a little bit more upbeat in that. And then she had this. Something is up. I don't know what it is, but something is for sure up. If anyone has any ideas, please leave them down below. I'm curious, but I also don't like keep up with what Chantel does on all bajillion different platforms. Another thing, Chantel has been on a striking spree. There is nothing the internet detests more than somebody who abuses the copyright system, okay? She has struck 4 channels, I think, in the past few weeks. She struck Yaba from the YouTube Underground. She struck Charlie Gold. She struck Mary Beth Wiley. And she struck one more channel, Give Me Some More, I think. And she struck all 4 channels with copyright claims. She struck a couple of them more than once. And my understanding is, I just saw an update somewhere that she's had 4 of those strikes overturned and 2 of them are still pending. I very much so doubt that those are also going to be cited in her favor. I think all of those are fair use, but I think that Chantel is being very reckless. Whatever it is that's upset her so much, it's causing her to act out. And because she currently doesn't have the goodwill of the people, she can't go on a rant like she normally would. So she's striking channels. But this is playing with fire. If you get caught by YouTube doing this, if they turn around and paint you with that same brush, Chantel, you're going to lose your channel. You're going to lose your livelihood. You may lose that home that you like. I don't understand. You're being an idiot. That's all I can tell you, is you're being a massive idiot. Cut it out. So that's all I have to say for this. Remember, I am Jasmine, the sequel. And well, you know, I'm just not relatable. Peace.